So what I'm driving today is BMW Z3. This production year is going to be 2000. This is going to be my vehicle. Some history on the Z3. They produced them from 1996 to 2002. And in 1995, they kind of gave the audience a sneak preview because it was released in James Bond GoldenEye, which of course everybody knows the movie. And that you had Pierce Brosnan. He was actually driving the Atlanta Blue Z3 with the 2.9 engine in it. And they actually released, with Neiman Marcus planning to release 30 special edition models. Because of high demand, the movie did the car so much credit that they actually bumped that number to 100. And in total, within the first 2 years, they were able to sell 300,000 cars. In 1996, when it came out, you had three options. You had the 1.8, which was Europe only, so we're not going to count that, no offense. That's going to give you 116 horsepower. American and Europe, you had the 1.9 model, which had 134 horsepower. You had the 2.8, which had 190 horsepower, but you also had the M Roadster, which came out later on in the years to come. Now with the M Coupes that came out in 1999, you've got interesting things about the car because you have the M3 engines in it, which in 2002 then later became that E46 infamous M3 engine with 315 horsepower. Now those things weigh a little over the Roadster. They're going to be approximately 2,800, 2,900 pounds, but still you have so much power, so much torque, and a car that weighs so little even compared to the E46. With the coupes, make sure that if you have one, you hang on to those because they're only going to increase in value. And even right now, you're unable to find one in good condition under $20,000. Now I don't have that. I don't have an M Coupe. This is just the 2.3, which shares a 2.5 engine, which actually is going to get you 170 horsepower. That's not bad because when you think about it, the current Miata of the day is pushing around 184, 187. So if you think about the times, this is a 2000 model year, still a two-seater, still a small roadster, and you're pushing out a pretty healthy amount of performance. You know, one interesting thing about the Z3 is not only how light it is, but you're getting that straight six engine, and you think it'd be front end heavy, but you know what? It really isn't. It's really got a nice mesh of performance and cornering. I wish this was the M Roadster, trust me, but you still are able to have a lot of fun with this car. And whether it's, you know, making a hard turn like this, the car always makes sure that it has your back, and that's something that sometimes you go in a corner in some cars and you don't know if you're making out the other end. This car, you can get squirrely when you want to, and you can throw out the back end, but when you really want that tire just to grip around the corners, this car will help you out. You know, the Z3's interior, it is simple, but I think if you're buying this car, you're not buying this car for a good interior. You got your standard 5-speed transmission. You have CD player. If you got the early models that came out before 1997, you would have a cassette player. They opted for CD players, and then you had the 6-disc CD players that came out later. A lot of people tend to switch them out, throw an aftermarket radio, which is probably something I'll do later, but just for now, after having the car for about 2 months, does the job. Other than that, one thing I was very surprised was the car being 21 years old, 20 years old. You've got automatic windows, obviously, but you also have heated seats, and honestly, that's something that I was surprised when I got the car. I don't want to just compliment the car, especially because it's mine, and I don't want you to think I'm biased towards it. There is some gripes. Could it have better tires? Yes. Could it have a better speaker system? Because honestly, in my opinion, it is not good. Yes. But you know what? I don't really care about those things much, because when you drive this car, and the reason I bought it was to enjoy driving it. Car you like take around on a back road like this, and you just have fun. And I think that's something that, if you're a car enthusiast, you're gonna understand. And you know what? I was able to get this for $4,000. Does the soft top go up? Yes. It's a manual. Does it have a hole in it? Yes. But you know what? I'm not even worried about that right now, because when you drive the top down, it's a whole nother experience. This is my first convertible, but I don't care. I've had so much fun with this car. And you know what? I don't regret buying it. I sold a motorcycle to buy this car, and I really don't regret buying it at all. And I don't think you'll regret buying one of these. So if you see one for a good price, under 5K, try and get a model that's later than the 1997 model. If you want the facelift, then get the later models. And if you get an M Roadster for a good price, go ahead and snatch it, because they're only going to increase in price, and they're going to be collector's items. This one may be a modern classic, but an M Roadster, and especially the M Coupe, is just going to be a rare car. It's going to be, give it 10 years, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to find one under 40,000, maybe under 50,000. And if you have an S54 engine in it, well above that, and you're going to see them at auctions go for crazy money soon.